Now let's send it up to the booth for the voice of the Royals, Jimmy Cook.
And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Roncalli Royals basketball on the Roncalli Media Network. The Jamin Warnke era of Roncalli Hoops makes its home debut with a 2-0 record underneath their caps after going 2-0 on their opening road trip of the season. Victories over Shortridge and most recently a dominant second-half performance against Triton Central earlier this week. Alongside the icon himself, the coach, Pat Crosley. I'm Jimmy Cook. Thanks so much for spending part of your Friday night with us here on the Roncalli Media Network. Roncalli needed every bit of the three-point ball on the road against Triton Central, tied at 34 earlier this week. Managed to put together a record-setting evening, shattered a program record dating back to 96 on 15 three-pointers. Can't count on that every night, but boy, it sure does make things easier for this offense.
Oh, it sure does, and it was nice to see them get 2 wins to start the season, especially Coach Warnke, obviously being his first season. Might as well start off 2-0. Let's make it 3-0 tonight, but understanding they really ramped up the defense in the second half, were able to shut down some guys who'd hurt them in the first half and then make shots. I mean, what else you want? You want guys to play some defense and make some shots. That's good.
Well, tonight they're going to have their hands full against Decatur Central team that is 2-2 on the season, led by the guard-forward combo of Casey Berry and Anthony Ball, both averaging in double figures. When we come back, we're going to have our pregame conversation with Royals head coach Jamin Warnke. Jamin will dive into that matchup and talk about what it means for him. This program means so much to him, an opportunity to have his home opener in the Jamin Warnke era. Roncalli and Decatur Central.
Should be a fun one here at the Vinny. Don't go anywhere. Pre-game conversation with Royals head coach Jamin Warnke's up next on the Roncalli Media Network.
Hi, folks. It's Ben Stallings with Beck Service Center. Automotive breakdowns and routine maintenance never come at a good time. Let us help take the stress out of your automotive repairs. With 10 mechanics and 32 bays, we can get you back up and running with minimal downtime. Quality parts, experienced mechanics, locally owned and operated since 1977. Located at the southeast corner of Madison and Edgewood, we are pretty darn good at fixing cars. Let's go Royals.
Meet Zach. Zach rides everywhere, day and night, rain or shine. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we know Zach. We know he's been saving up for a car. We're here to help Zach and you. Now get pre-approved for auto financing as low as 3.99% APR. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters. Rates subject to credit approval and valid on purchase of 2020 or newer vehicles. Learn more at imcu.com.
Sports fans, it's Mark Maloney with JC Bank. Whether tailgating or listening to the game at home, JC Bank invites you to BYOB. Be your own branch. Got a laptop with Wi-Fi or a smartphone? Well, BYOB 24/7 with JC Bank's online and mobile banking options. Hey, you can even apply for a mortgage online with JC Bank. And remember, we're happy to serve you at one of our local JC Bank offices too. And we'll be opening soon in Greenwood. Get in the game at jcbank.com/BYOB. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Never lose your drive to deliver. Today's logistics marketplace is an ever-changing landscape where you can make your mark through dedication and passion. At Spot, these characteristics, along with drive and teamwork, form the basis for a rewarding, fast-paced career. Take it from our Roncalli co-founder and our dynamic group of Royals alumni. They've never lost the entrepreneurial spirit that provides the foundation for our continued success. There's never been a time like this, and there has never been a partner like Spot. We're relentless, we are experts, we are accomplished, and like you, we will never lose our drive to deliver. Come find your spot at spotinc.com/careers. Go Royals! While others focus on simply facilitating a transaction, Century 21 agents like Sarah Lux believe in the value of delivering extraordinary experiences by defying mediocrity and always giving you 121%. Find your new home or sell your current home with the best. Contact Sarah Lux at 502-6253 or online at listwithlux.com. That's Sarah Lux at listwithlux.com. Listwithlux.com.
back to the Roncalli Royals pregame show. Joining us as he does each and every game day, Royals head coach Jamin Warnke. Coach, 2-0 on the season. Congratulations to you and your group. A big, tough test against Triton Central. You guys outscore them 36-20 in the second half after being tied at 34 after the first 2 quarters of play.
Had a chance to look at the film now. What jumped out at you the most from your group performance up there?
Yeah, our defensive effort. Okay, second half, we focused in on the 2 guys that both had 11. We were able to hold fast to 2 in the second half. That was purely effort. It was not giving him, clean, open looks, and we're going to have to do that tonight for 32 minutes.
You and I joked about this a little bit during post-game, but when you finally dive into the numbers, you guys hit 15 3-pointers against Triton Central after hitting only 3 against Shortridge. The Kegris brothers alone matched the total that you guys had and surpassed it against Shortridge. It would be a fool's errand, I think, to expect 15 threes made a night from this team, let alone even an NBA offense. But what were your takeaways from just immediately out of the gate, the 3-point ball being there for your club throughout the second half?
I'd say the same thing I said after the Shortridge game. We got good shots. We made some tough ones too, but when you go back and look at those 15 makes, a lot of them were on inside touches. A lot of them were catch and shoot, rhythm threes. And like I've been saying all year, we have good shooters, and we want them to shoot them.
For you, when you look at the trio in terms of your guard outlook of the Kegris brothers and of Nolan Tunney, they at times, they weren't playing hero ball because, like you said, you're assisting on a crazy number of your field goals, which is what you want, but how effective on a night in and night out basis is this offense going to be if your 3 guards are rising to the occasion like they did against Triton Central?
Yeah, I think, like I said, first game, I'm so lucky to be coaching this team in my first year. We have those 3, and we have Sean Byrne, who's reliable as well. He's not quite as dynamic as those 3, but we have 4 guys on the court most of the time that we trust with the ball, that we trust to make a shot, that we trust to make a decision, and that's a great luxury.
He hasn't made an impact yet from a scoring perspective, but Judd Selke has given you phenomenal minutes, particularly on the defensive end. As a sophomore, talk about just what you've seen from him and how important he is to what this team wants to do on both ends of the floor.
Yep. Let's see. Against Triton Central, he had a couple good shots, good looks, and a couple didn't go down. He did get a 3 to go down. The first game, I told him, hey, scoring will come, your offense will come, but he actually had 0 field goal attempts, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 0 turnovers in the first game. And we're like, hey, as a sophomore coming off the bench your first varsity game, that's a really good, efficient game.
We acknowledge there definitely is such a thing as your football legs and trying to get in tune with not just the pace of basketball, but also being efficient and putting yourself in good positions on the floor. It felt like, even though there weren't as many free throw attempts as there was against Shortridge, both Luke Scartweet and Trevor Lauk situationally were in the right spot, particularly up top
at the top of the arc when you were using them as fake a pass here or there just to give the offense a chance to run their sets you wanted.
Yep. They're good players. We trust them on offense. Unfortunately, tonight we're going to be without Scar. He's on his official visit to Northern Illinois. It'll mean a couple more minutes probably for Trevor and some more minutes for those other guys. But, Scar and Trevor have done a great job so far.
Tonight, you welcome in Decatur Central, 2-2 on the season, averaging about 63 points a game, giving up
56 on the defensive end, led by Anthony Ball and Casey Berry, each into double figures. What's the scouting report say about them? How are they going to test your group tonight?
I mean, those are the 2 best players we've played thus far this season. Okay, they're both really athletic. They're both dynamic offensive players. Anthony Ball is a great offensive rebounder, and we got a challenge set. But we have a good game plan. Our guys are ready. They're ready for the challenge, and we're gonna give it our all.
Coach, I know you're 2 games in now, but it is
the home opener for you in your coaching career. I know how much
this program means to you. I wanted to give you an opportunity to close pregame with just what's going through your mind and how you're feeling about your home opener here at the Vinny.
Super excited. Like I said before Triton Central, that one felt more real, being a night game, being on the bus. Today's the same thing. I love school day, game days. I was texting and emailing a bunch of former players and teammates, and I'm like, man, you guys working your 9 to 5. I got juices flowing right now. I got the game day stomach, and it feels good. So the support that I've had from friends, family, and alumni has been great. We're gonna have a great crowd tonight, and our guys are ready to go.
Looking forward to it, Coach. Best of luck.
Thanks a lot.
That's Royals head coach Jamin Warnke. We'll be back with lineups and the tip after this. You're listening to Roncalli Royals basketball on the Roncalli Media Network.
A proud supporter of Roncalli High School, Indy Teledata provides IT solutions for businesses and organizations in central Indiana. For over 10 years, Steve Battiato and his team of professionals have provided comprehensive computing support, business telephone solutions, network infrastructure, and productivity suite integration. For a free evaluation of your technology needs, give Steve and his team a call at 317-231-5547 or visit us at indyteledata.com.
Steve's Flowers and Gifts is your family-owned Indianapolis and Greenwood florist. Our mission is to establish and maintain the highest level of floral value and customer service at comfortable consumer prices. For the best and freshest flowers in Indianapolis and surrounding areas, Steve's Flowers and Gifts has exactly what you're looking for. Check out our wide selection of flower arrangements to make your next occasion memorable. Call 317-787-3431 or visit us at 3150 East Thompson Road.
When looking for reliable HVAC professionals, look no further than Anne and Bartram Heating and Cooling. Whether you need a routine maintenance check or an emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit, Anne and Bartram are available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Anne and Bartram strive to be the best, so call them today at 317-889-9574. They even have 24/7 emergency service. Call them today, Anne and Bartram, 317-889-9574.
Sports fans, it's Mark Maloney with JC Bank. Whether tailgating or listening to the game at home, JC Bank invites you to BYOB. Be your own branch. Got a laptop with Wi-Fi or a smartphone? Well, BYOB 24/7 with JC Bank's online and mobile banking options. Hey, you can even apply for a mortgage online with JC Bank. And remember, we're happy to serve you at one of our local JC Bank offices too. And we'll be opening soon in Greenwood. Get member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Vinny alongside the Coach Pat Crosley. I am Jimmy Cook, just a few moments away from tip. Now time for Coach's Keys to the Game. Coach.
I'll tell you what, I was listening to Coach Wernke in the pregame there. I got fired up. I want to get a uniform on and go out and play. He is excited, and our guys need to feed off that energy that the coaches are bringing. I was watching warm-ups. Our guys seemed like they're locked in. Know the defensive assignments. You got to know number 3. You got to know Casey Berry. You got to know Anthony Ball. You got to know those guys. You got to be sure we're not let those other guys on the team, get the scraps. If we're going to shut down those other 2 guys or contain them, don't let somebody beat you who averages 2 a game. That's always a good thing. But the energy in this building is great. The band is here. There's I'd say about 75 students here, and they're crazy. They're all dressed up in white, ready to go nuts. There's a great crowd of adults here and other people from the community. It's just a great game, and it's a great home opener, and I'm so excited. I can't wait.
We will have lineups and the tip for you when we come back. The home opener for Roncalli Royals basketball. Royals 2-0 on the season. Decatur Central 2-2 on the young campaign. Lineups and the tip when we come back. You're listening to Roncalli Royals basketball on the Roncalli Media Network.
Sports fans, it's Mark Maloney with JC Bank. Whether tailgating or listening to the game at home, JC Bank invites you to BYOB. Be your own branch. Got a laptop with Wi-Fi or a smartphone? Well, BYOB 24/7 with JC Bank's online and mobile banking options. Hey, you can even apply for a mortgage online with JC Bank. And remember, we're happy to serve you at one of our local JC Bank offices too. And we'll be opening soon in Greenwood. Get in the game at jcbank.com/BYOB. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Providing comfort for families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk Veldoff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk and Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
While others focus on simply facilitating a transaction, Century 21 agents like Sarah Lux believe in the value of delivering extraordinary experiences by defying mediocrity and always giving you 121%. Find your new home or sell your current home with the best. Contact Sarah Lux at 502-6253 or online at listwithlux.com. That's Sarah Lux at listwithlux.com. Listwithlux.com.
Steve's Flowers and Gifts is your family-owned Indianapolis and Greenwood florist. Our mission is to establish and maintain the highest level of floral value and customer service at comfortable consumer prices. For the best and freshest flowers in Indianapolis and surrounding areas, Steve's Flowers and Gifts has exactly what you're looking for. Check out our wide selection of flower arrangements to make your next occasion memorable. Call 317-787-3431 or visit us at 3150 East Thompson Road.
Providing comfort for families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk Veldoff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk and Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
Welcome back to the Vinny for the Roncalli home opener between Decatur Central and the Royals. Take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visiting Hawks, who come in at 2-2 on the season. At a forward, a 6'3" sophomore number 2, Tyrese Burnett, averaging 3 points per game. At another guard, a 6' junior number 3, Casey Berry, leading the team with 18 points per contest. A forward, a 6'7" senior number 4, Steven Rogers, averaging 7 points and 6 boards a game. Another forward, a 6'4" sophomore number 11, Malachi Cunningham, averaging 5 points and 7 boards per ball game. And rounding them out, a 6'6" senior forward, number 24, Anthony Ball, the team's second leading scorer, averaging 15 points and 8 rebounds per game. Head coach is Brian Serber, 15-12, and this is his second year guiding the Hawks. For your Roncalli Royals, 2-0 on the season. At one guard, a 6'3" junior number 10, Drew Kegaris, averaging 9 points per contest. Another guard, a 6'4" senior, his brother, number 11, Luke Kegaris, averaging 18 points per ball game. Another senior and a guard, 6 number 22, Sean Byrne, averaging 6 points per ball game. Another senior and a guard, 6'2", number 23, Nolan Tunney, averaging 16 points per contest. And rounding them out, the big fella, the 6'6" senior and the Iowa Hawkeye commit for football, number 55, Trevor Lauk, averaging 6 points and 6 rebounds per ball game. Head coach is Jamin Warnke. This his first year at the helm, 2-0 on the season. Alongside Pat Crosley, I'm Jimmy Cook. Cross, some final thoughts before we tip it off here tonight.
Just looking forward to a great game tonight. I feel the energy. I see the players out here. Everybody's ready to go. We've got cheerleaders, we got officials, we got coaches, we got us. We got the guys keeping the book. I mean, it's Friday night in Indiana. Let's play some basketball.
Roncalli in their home whites, blue numerals lettering and the black trim. Dark navy road jerseys, gold numerals lettering and the black trim for Decatur Central. It'll be Ball 6'6", Lauk 6'6" to jump it up at center court. Ball is tapped and won quickly by the Hawks, and we're underway. Tyrese Burnett brings it across the timeline on the far left side. Man-to-man look early here for Roncalli. Ball has it left wing. Now over to Rogers. They swing it around the far side to Burnett. Burnett looking for some movement on the right wing. Post feed inside to Ball, who is grabbed from behind by Lauk. That'll be his first, the first on the team. The Royals, we mentioned this with our conversation with Coach Warnke, will be without Luke Scartweet tonight. He's on an official college visit. So it'll be interesting to see from a size perspective how Coach Warnke plays things if Lauk gets into foul trouble. Burnett baseline right, inbounds to Berry in the corner, now far right wing, controlling is Cunningham. He puts it on the deck over to Burnett, matched up with Luke Kegaris. Around a screen, Burnett thought about driving, kicks to the corner instead. Cunningham 3 is good. Malachi Cunningham knocks it down, and the Hawks draw first blood, 3-0. 30 seconds gone by in this opening frame.
Trevor had a hard time defending that kid on the block. He's a little quicker than him.
Luke Kegaris gives to Trevor at the top of the arc, waits for some motion, now gives right side to Nolan Tunney. Tunney strays to the top of the arc, gives to Drew Kegaris on the left wing. Bounce pass to his brother Luke, corner 3, good. Luke Kegaris picking up right where he left off, 5 3-pointers earlier in the week. He's got one to tie us at 3.
There's a lot of movement in that possession. That was good. Nice open shot.
Burnett at the volleyball line, at the top, now to Ball. Ball takes a dribble, matched up with Lauk. He feels like he likes this matchup. Lauk making it tough on him, though. Nearly forces a turnover. Everybody's on the deck. It'll be a jump ball tie-up. Arrow will favor the Royals. Lauk stays strong there.
That's some good footwork by Trevor to stay between him and the bucket. So Dan, to make him uncomfortable dribbling a little bit, Trevor got his paw in there and knocked it loose. Turnover.
6:44 to play in this first quarter. All tied at 3. Roncalli with the basketball after that jump ball tie-up. Drew Kegris receives the inbound. Matched up with Burnett. Crossed the timeline. Nearly picked up the pivot foot. Now Tunney on the right wing. Gives to Luke Kegris the top. All alone. 3 at the volleyball line. It's good. Luke Kegris filled himself from downtown the last 2 nights. And a 30-second timeout by Decatur Central. We will stay here with 6:29 to go in this opening frame. Roncalli 6, Decatur Central 3.
No hesitation, catch and shoot. I think Luke is dialed in. Is a good way to put it. That was awesome.
Well, that's now 7 3-pointers over his last 2 ball games.
His last 2 games in a minute and a half.
Exactly. That's an important caveat. Just 90 seconds into this one, and Luke Kegris carrying the way once again. We mentioned it was a record that had stood since 1996, also shared by the 02 Royals. 14 3-pointers made in a single game. 96 was against Bedford North Lawrence. 02 was against Perry Meridian, both those games in February of the calendar year. Roncalli 15 points before we're even in, 15 3-pointers, I beg your pardon, before we're into the new year for this Roncalli 2022-2023 squad. Off the inbound pass, a corner 3 by Malachi Cunningham is good, and he says, Kegris, I'll see your 2 threes and raise you. A deadlock now with 3s apiece at 6-6.
Can we get an inside touch? I have to have one.
Drew Kegris down the lane, tried to kick it out, didn't want a Coach Craw's inside touch, and now we're in transition. Up the other way, left corner 3, Barry, too strong. Luke flies in to get the rebound. Around a screen. Luke stops, pops, puts it in. Luke Kegris, 3 triples in the opening frame, and it's 9-6 Royals. An answer 3 on the corner. That was a heat check for Cunningham. Second chance won't fall for Barry. Make that Rogers, rather. And up the floor comes Roncalli. I got to ask if Kegris is going to have a heat check. He doesn't. He gives to Byrne. Drew controls right arc. Looking. Pull up. Elbow. Too strong. Falls right to Byrne. Steps back behind the line for 3. That's off the mark as well. The Hawks could not corral the rebound. It'll stay on this end with 5:12 to play in this opening quarter. Roncalli 9, Decatur Central 6.
It seems hectic, but it's really not. The ball's being moved so quickly. It's good rotation of basketball, trying to get good looks, and we've been getting good looks.
Byrne looks to inbound. Got to get it in danger of a 5 count. Throws in the front court to Lauk, who gives to Luke Kegris. Kegris with 9, all 9 for Roncalli, all from beyond the arc. Byrne on the right wing. Little jab step, now works to the left hand, finds Tunney. He utilizes the dribble. Matched up one-on-one. Kicks to Drew. Drew got space. Pull-up floater, baseline, pure. Drew joins the scoring party. It's Kegris Brothers 11, Decatur Central 6, with 4:48 to play in this opening frame.
It's going to stop here.
Rogers to Cunningham. Gives to Burnett. Thought about a 3. Drives at Luke. Hanging. Can't finish. Rebound. Skying high is Drew. Coaching staff says, let's run. To his brother. Luke, left wing. Thought about a 3. Now to Trevor Lauk at the top. Got to be careful. Round a screen. Luke rises. Fires. He got it to go. 4 3-pointers in the corner for Luke Kegris. He's on another planet, and the lead is 8, 14-6.
I think we should get that guy the ball.
Ball inside, mid-range, no. Rebound, Tunney, and he's fouled 90 feet away. Well, we joked with Coach Warnke. Surely the hot streak from both Luke Kegris and the Royals can't be counted on a nightly basis. You would still argue off of trends it can't be, but my word, the shooting clinic for Luke Kegris through half a quarter and an entire game against Triton Central has been fun to watch. Luke in between the circles, gives to Trevor Lauk, right at the top of the arc, looking for a back cut, finds Luke Kegris. He thought about a 3, spinning, turning, gives to Trevor. He'll put it on the deck, the big fella down the lane. He gets sent back, a good rejection defensively by K.C. Barry. Malachi Cunningham in transition to Barry. They lose it in transition, it's turned over, and now Luke Kegris will walk it up the floor. Kegris to the right wing, gives to Tunney. Selke said to check in a moment. Tunney right wing, gives to Luke. Matches up with Barry. Barry playing him physically. Wanted to give to Byrne, instead maintains the dribble. Now to Lauk with 3:18 to go in this first quarter. Lauk hands to Drew Kagaris. He steps back, finds Tunney left wing. Pick and pop action, he won't use it, and he's hand checked from behind by Casey Barry. That's his first. Second on the Hawks, just the second of the game. Third of the game, I beg your pardon, for both teams combined.
Judd Selke coming in, Royals going small. Trevor coming out a little bit, get himself a rest.
Royals got to get it in. Tunney throws in the backcourt to Luke Kagaris, and he'll cross the timeline. Tunney left wing, again being smothered by Rogers. Knifes in the paint, gives to Byrne right corner. Kagaris around a screen, pump fake, step back three contested. That one was a heat check. He could not get it to go. But the rebound, Cunningham nearly did it, hit the front side of the rim. Looked like he got whacked on the wrist on the step back as well.
3-2 zone for the Royals.
See how the Hawks adjust to it. At the top of the zone, Selke, Kagaris, Byrne. Nearly a travel. Up top, Rogers. Gives on the far right side. A three is in the air and through the bottom of the net for Casey Barry. There have been 7 threes and a single 2-point field goal in this opening frame. 14-9, Roncalli's lead down to 5.
There's only been like 3 attempts inside the arc.
Tunney strays to the right side, now gives to Byrne right corner. Got body bump, they say play on. He's utilized his dribble though. Finds Selke, defender overplayed. Left side, Luke Kagaris to Tunney at the Roncalli R. In between the circles, drives the lane, kick, Selke, long two. Hits the left side of the iron, won't fall. Drew Kagaris did not give up the play. Squirts right to Tunney, who laid it up and in. Nolan Tunney into the scorebook. Third Royal to score, 16-9, Roncalli by 7. Under 2 to play in this opening frame.
That's just good awareness, good hustle.
Burnett, entry pass knocked away by Luke Kagaris. That gets Cunningham a broken play 3, an air ball. Rebound Luke. Kagaris up ahead to Tunney, left side. Selke wanted in transition. Tunney stops, pops, puts it in. Nolan Tunney with 5. It's a 3-point frenzy for the Royals. Their 5th three-pointer of the quarter, and the lead is 10, 19-10. Barry, inside pass against this zone. Ball feeling around, left it short, got his own rebound, second chance, and one.
I don't like that.
I didn't either.
He pushed off a little bit to get that rebound and to get himself open.
I'm not sure which Royal.
And we gave it to Nolan.
It went on Tunney, but it looked like there was a Hawk teammate in front of Barry when he went up. Looked like he made contact with him rather than the Royals. Officials didn't see it that way, and either way, a chance for a 3-point play for the second leading scorer and the senior on this Decatur Central team.
I think the official needs to stand right where we are because I had a perfect angle to see if that was a foul. But
ball completes the 3-point play.
Play on.
Makes it 19-12. Just outside of a minute left in this opening quarter. Byrne to Drew Kagaris. He lost it initially. Looking for Luke. Instead finds Selke right side. Sophomore's been very solid for the Royals so far this year. Tunney knifing through the lane. Bumped. Kick. Corner. 3. Byrne. Money. 6 3-pointers for the Royals in this opening session. The lead is 10, 22-12. Ball far left wing at the top of the zone to Burnett, who tried to throw it to Lawson, who just subbed in. He couldn't handle it right in front of the Roncalli student section, and it's turned over to the Royals.
Hey, the Royals are so active in this zone. The guys are bouncing around. Guys are getting in the passing lanes, getting hands up. I think it's kind of not confused Decatur Central. I think it's definitely giving them a little bit of trouble.
22-12 your score. 38.6 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Luke Kagaris walks it across the timeline. Gives to Byrne. Far left side of the floor. Aggressive pass to Drew Kagaris, and the defense too physical for Casey Barry. That's his second. And a sub at the table, Eric Hobson likely to come in and take Barry off the court in foul trouble. That's massive just in terms of what the box score tells you. Barry, their leading scorer with 18. He's got 1 3-pointer, and now they got to manage him the rest of the way. Tunney to inbound, sideline left, gives to Kagaris. far left side of the floor in the Roncalli front court. 25 seconds to play in this first quarter. Kagaris to his brother Drew, nearly lost it. Physical defense there by Hobson. He's on the left wing. Tunney, defender jumped to passing lane. He kicks to Selke right side. Now in the right block to Tunney at the top of the arc. Works to the left hand with 10. Gives to Drew Kagaris. He's all alone. Long two. Left it short. He wasn't confident with it at the time. Final 5 seconds here of the quarter. Right side. Cunningham kicks. Hobson with one. Has to hoist. He does the horn. Hits the front of the rim. And that'll end our first quarter of play. The Royals come out swinging here in the first quarter. They lead it 22-12 at the end of one. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the start of quarter number 2. Again, Roncalli on top. 22-12 at the end of one. Back in just a moment on the Roncalli Media Network.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Advantage Royals after one over the Decatur Central Hawks alongside the coach Pat Crosley. I am Jimmy Cook. A 12-point first quarter for Luke Kagaris, including 4 3-pointers. 6 3-pointers overall for the Royals. 9 for the game by both teams, and it's a 10-point lead for Roncalli. Decatur Central with the basketball to start quarter number 2. Eric Hobson controls left wing. Matched up. Byrne was there, and now they reset things at the top of the Roncalli R. Royals still in this zone look. Kagaris got a hand in there to poke it away on Hobson. He gives to Cunningham, who fires a 3-pointer that hits the left side of the rim. Rebound could not be corralled by Drew Kagaris. Second chance for the Hawks. They missed that one as well. Bodies fighting for this basketball. Out of bounds off of Decatur Central. Great job by the Royals there to still be physical but not commit a shooting foul or get baited into a shooting foul cross.
Yeah, definitely. You got to get a rebound out of that zone, though. If you're going to play the zone as well as they're playing it, you got to end the play with a good rebound.
Royals inbounded to Drew Kagaris, who gives to Nolan Tunney. He'll walk up the floor in this first possession for the Royals of the second quarter. Tunney right wing on the edge of the Roncalli R, gives to Luke Kagaris at the top of the perimeter. Tunney left wing around a Kagaris screen, works the right hand. Now gives it Drew Kagaris back to Tunney. Volleyball line 3, off the mark, might have forced that one. Rebound gathered by the Hawks. Cunningham off the floor, has his pocket picked by Selke. 1-on-2, Selke to the cup, that should be goaltending. And the officials didn't call it. They're going to say out of bounds on the Decatur Central.
Oh my.
Oh my word.
Oh my.
On the contest on the block, the ball clearly hit the backboard first as the defender flied in, made contact with it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with that one.
You and me both. Pharrell Carter just checked into the game. Passes right side to Eric Hobson. His shot's off the mark. Rebound Tunney.
Ball don't lie.
Indeed. True words never spoken by Rashid. Byrne to Kagaris, left wing, gives to Selke in the corner, skip past Tunney baseline, make that Byrne baseline to Drew Kagaris. Kagaris knifing down the lane, sky hook action, good. Drew Kagaris now with 4. A field goal in each quarter, and the lead is 24-12.
Love the strong, confident take from Drew there. It was awesome.
Carter at the top of the zone, over to Cunningham, back to Carter. Gives to Cunningham, playing hot potato with it against this Roncalli zone. Knifes to the zone, might have traveled to get there. Floater up and good, Raekwon Cunningham knocks it in. It's a 10-point game.
Someone will tell you that's a Euro step. I just call it travel. I'm too old for this.
I'm fine with the Euro on the layup when we're doing it into a jump shot floater.
Okay.
Not so much. Byrne, right wing 3, off the mark, and air ball. Royals last 2 3-pointers by Tunney and Byrne respectively Felt a bit like they were pressing.
Yeah, a little bit. Sometimes you feel confident, you make the first couple, then you think the rest are going to fall. You got to take a step back a little bit.
Don't have to fully eliminate it, but just
just reality
like you
check.
mentioned.
Reality check.
Don't be forcing them.
Not a heat check, reality.
Cunningham, right side, crosses over, rises, fires, moon ball three, goes down. It's the only way I can knock him down, Cross. Put a ton of arc on it and hope they drop.
You bet.
Luke Kagaris walks up the floor, lead suddenly down to 7, 24-17. Kagaris gives to Byrne, swing past Drew. Drew swings it to Byrne. He almost wasn't ready for that. Now Kagaris controls on the far right side of the Roncalli R. 3 minutes gone by in this second quarter. Coach Warnke shouts out the play. Byrne gives corner. Drew Kagaris three. Yes, sir. 7 points for Kagaris. Lead back to 10, 27-17. Royals still in this zone. Left side Carter gives to Lawson in the corner, tried to drive baseline, and he stepped on the baseline out of bounds to Roncalli. So the Royals defense, they started in man, and since they switched to this zone, Cross appear to be outside of a floater or two, giving the Hawks fits.
Yeah, they're not able to get the ball inside like they want to. They're not able to get open looks on the wings either.
A little full court pressure applied by the Hawks now. Silky, the Kagaris brothers, Tunney and Lauk, the five out there for Roncalli. Inbound pass to Luke, and they draw off the Dogs as just a man-to-man look with your expected pressure on ball defense as Kagaris crosses the timeline. Selke gives to Lauk at the top of the arc, post feed Kagaris. He takes a power dribble.
Wow.
Some body contact, officials say it's fine, and Carter walks up the floor. Quickly up ahead now to Hobson. Hop step might have traveled, and the baseline official has the call first. Good call by the official. Turnover to Roncalli.
I think he saw a big 5-5 in front of him, and he's like, uh-oh. And he did a little stutter step and didn't want to run into Trevor too hard.
We talk about defenders making business decisions all the time, but even offensive players have to make them with a big fella like Trevor
Every
Lauk
once
down
in a
there.
while, yeah.
Selke inbound pass on a rope. Kagaris had to track it down, though, and he does. Walks across the timeline, nearly halfway gone by in the second quarter. Roncalli 27, Gator Central 17. Tunney on the left wing with the right hand. Matched up with Cunningham. Around a screen from Lauk. Crosses over, switches left hand, now Kagaris left wing. He tries to drive, it's cut off. Nearly lost it. Lauk, the big fella, going to work. Slap and a half, and he's fouled to go to the charity stripe for 2. Well, when he turns and faces Cross, it's so easy as that foul is on Cunningham. His first, fourth on the Hawks. It's easy to forget just how big he is until he's standing over you with the basketball. Your only choice as a defender is either to get out of the way or slap down.
Yeah, definitely. I think Trevor's, he looked pretty smooth on that post move here, but I think he's going to develop more finesse, more touch as the season goes along.
Well, the biggest thing is if he can develop the finesse and the soft touch at the foul line.
Yes.
Does so there as he makes both. 29-17, Roncalli lead by 12. One of the biggest Euro steps you'll ever see from Pharrell Carter. Leads to a missed shot. Here's Drew Kagaris. Extra pass to Selke. Step back to Kagaris. Carter made some contact with Kagaris. Lauk is in pain on the far side of the floor. Didn't see who he collided with.
He tried to take a charge and got the wrong end of that deal.
Yep.
Yeah. I think he took the charge if he'd have fallen down because he was sitting there, didn't move. He'll be all right in a minute.
Yep. Tunney to inbound. Luke Green into the game as they attend to Lauk. Tunney, right sideline, left sideline, I beg your pardon, to the front court. Bounce pass to Kagaris. That was a risky one. Miscommunication. It's turned over. Rogers right at Kagaris. And a blocking foul is called and one. Kagaris was there the whole way.
I don't understand that, but hey, I'm not standing right there.
It's a tough break for the Royals.
Yeah.
The layup was good. Rogers' first points of the ball game, and now he has an opportunity for a three-point play.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if he was moving backward. I don't think he was moving side to side. I don't know.
And one is good. 3 points now for Rogers. 9-point game all of a sudden, and Coach Warnke wants a timeout. We will take one with him. 29-20 your score. 3:37 to play in this first half. Roncalli by 9. Back in 30 seconds on the Roncalli Media Network.
Providing comfort for families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk Veldoff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk and Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
3:37 to play. First half, Roncalli 29, Decatur Central 20. Out of the Roncalli timeout, Royals successfully inbounded, but full court pressure applied by Decatur Central. In fact, it's a full court trap. Warner's got to get it across. The Royals do so. Kagaris extra pass. Green three in the corner. It's off the mark. Rebound Tunney. Tunney back to Green, and it was deflected. No, it was not deflected. It was just off the hands of Green. A little too much mustard on the pass from Tunney, and it's turned over to Decatur Central. Well, Cross, despite the three-point barrage by the Royals, an opportunity to make this a 7 or 6 point game by Decatur Central on this possession. They've hung around and taken the first couple heavyweight blows Roncalli threw their way.
Yeah, I think Decatur's brought their defense up a couple notches, and they're getting into the ball a little bit more and not giving us enough space to feel comfortable about putting up a shot.
Zone look still for the Royals. Cunningham, pass in the corner. It's his brother. Three in the air, three through the bottom of the net. Raekwon Cunningham having himself a quarter. 8 points here. 6 point game. Roncalli nearly turns it over on the inbound pass. It was deflected away. You would assume out of that last timeout why Coach Warnke called it was to address the full court pressure. Yeah. Roncalli still having some trouble. Drew Kagaris with three defenders around him finds Luke. Suddenly they have numbers. Skip past Byrne. Extra pass Tunney. And he'll ring it back out. Drew Kagaris on the Roncalli R. Drifts to the right side. Hand off to Luke. Luke working with the left hand, matched up with Burnett. Went behind the back. Spinning down the lane. Had his pocket picked. Bodies everywhere for this loose ball. Timeout Decatur Central. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here with 2:46 to play in this second quarter. Royals lead is 3, 29-23.
And we did a nice job of breaking the press that time. I think it's a fine line when you break a when you break a press. If you just want to take it to the rim, or you want to go, you cross the timeline, you want to get something done quickly, or do you pull it back out and run some offense? And I think that time we probably got a little ahead of ourselves and didn't really have a chance to get a solid look. I think Drew made a nice drive there, but he got his pocket picked.
It's a 6-2 run.
That was Luke, sorry.
It's a 6-2 run for the Hawks over the last 3.5 minutes to make this a 6 point game.
And I think playing that 3-2 zone, it's kind of you take a chance they're going to start hitting some threes. I think we might be matching up now.
You're exactly right. It is a switch man-to-man. Burnett matched up with Kagaris. Gives to Cunningham. Cunningham nearly carrying it. Somehow gathers the basketball. Can't use his dribble. In the far corner to Rogers, and they reset things to Malachi. Malachi gives to Raekwon. He'll try another three. That one an air ball over everything. And trying all he might to chase that down was Malachi, but he could not. So a turnover to Roncalli with 2:27 to play in the half. Royals 29, Hawks 23. Byrne to trigger. Gets a bounce pass to Drew Kagaris. Gets by the defender. Now he's off to the races to Byrne. Top of the perimeter, risky pass. Kagaris has it. Now Tunney to Byrne, looking for help. Another bounce pass, very risky on these are the Royals. Luke Kagaris to Green, right wing. Another low pass. Byrne has it. Knifing down the lane. Some contact, no. Luke Kagaris couldn't get the rebound. Raekwon Cunningham up the left baseline. Lost it. Bodies on the deck. Jump ball tie up. Arrow Roncalli.
That's good hustle there. Getting back, stop the drive. And then ball gets loose on the floor. Got guys getting after it. I like it.
Trevor Lauk back into the game as Coach Cross predicted.
No worse for the wear.
Nope. Byrne to trigger. Finds Drew Kagaris, very close to that baseline. Skip past Luke Kagaris, nearly picked off. Now Luke Kagaris has it left arc. Hands to Tunney. right at the Roncalli R, in between the circles. Works to the right hand, now switches to the left. Bounce pass, Lauk. No look pass. Layup by Byrne. Misfire on the finger roll. Tunney got the rebound. He's blocked from behind. Lauk ready to take a charge, and Trevor, on the one hand, while I respect the effort of going up there to take the charge, you have to legitimately be falling down and it be clear and obvious that the offensive player is out of control. That time it just looked like a running back running into an offensive lineman, like we're back on the gridiron for Trevor, and it's a blocking foul.
And he was a little bit late getting there, too. You like the thought, but discretion's better part of valor sometimes.
That's his second, unofficially. Burnett gives to Cunningham, far right wing.
2-3 zone now.
Yep, they made the switch. Malachi gives the ball. Ball back to Malachi. They left him alone in the corner, and he made him pay. The Cunningham brothers having a three-point party. 3 threes by them in the quarter. It's a three-point game, 29-26. Byrne to Tunney. C parts for him. Kick, Kegeris, corner three. Off the mark. Lauk goes up strong. The big fella lays it up and in. First field goal of the ball game for Lauk. He's got 4 in the quarter. 31-26. Roncalli by 5. 45 seconds to play in the half. Burnett crosses the timeline to Cunningham. Skip past Malachi. Back to his brother Raekwon. Volleyball heat check. 3! Good! 12 points for Cunningham. Final 30 seconds of the half. 2-point game. Skip past Tunney. They got to get across the timeline. They do. Nobody picked up Kegeris. Luke, left side. He's been quiet this quarter. Works between the legs of Tunney. Tunney hesitates. Now to Lauk with 15. Luke Kegeris with 10. Around a screen. Aggressive defense by Ball. Luke kicks to Tunney with 8. Tunney left wing with 7. Tunney down the lane with 5. Kick pass to Byrne with 4. Contested 3. Off the mark. Rebound falls right to Lauk with 1. Pump fakes and fouled from behind at the horn. The foul occurred first. The Decatur Central coaches beside themselves at the last second foul, rightfully so. And the big fella, Trevor Lauk, with the triple zeros on the clock, can extend this lead to 4 with 2 made free throws here.
You're going to put point 4 back on the clock, I think.
Well, that's important at the other levels, Cross, because that's enough for a tip-in. Here, not as much without replay at our disposal. Lauk at the line for 2. First one good. Trevor Lauk quietly, part of the reason Roncalli's going to head to the halftime break with a lead.
Yeah, definitely. That was a strong rebound he got there at the closing seconds, and presence of mind to go up and get a knock and get on the line and get these 2.
Lauk can't get them both, but splits the pair. His 5 points in the second quarter tie with Drew Kegeris to lead the way for Roncalli in the individual quarter itself. But they're outscored 17-10 in that second quarter, thanks to a barrage of three-pointers from Malachi Cunningham and Raekwon Cunningham. The brothers combined for 4 triples in the second quarter to cut into this Roncalli lead. Nevertheless, despite it all, and we'll dive into this once we get our Tom O'Brien Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram halftime show rolling, but if you're Roncalli, Cross, you'll always take a lead, but one could argue with how well they played in that first quarter, it should be bigger than just a possession.
Yeah, definitely. At the beginning of the game, we got some really open looks, and I think we kind of shocked the Hawks a little bit that we were able to hit all those shots. So I think they've adjusted a little bit defensively, as we have as well, and it's become a dogfight for the rest of the game.
Well, we got a good one on our hands. We're going to take a break. We come back. We will run through some first half numbers, get Coach Cros's adjustments for Roncalli in half number 2, and ultimately get the second half underway. It is the home opener for your Roncalli Royals and the home game debut of head coach Jamin Warnke. Roncalli leads the Decatur Central Hawks 32-29 at the intermission. Back in about 2 minutes on the Roncalli Media Network.
A proud supporter of Roncalli High School, Indy Teledata provides IT solutions for businesses and organizations in Central Indiana. For over 10 years, Steve Battiato and his team of professionals have provided comprehensive computing support, business telephone solutions, network infrastructure, and productivity suite integration. For a free evaluation of your technology needs, give Steve and his team a call at 317-231-5547 or visit us at indyteledata.com.
Never lose your drive to deliver. Today's logistics marketplace is an ever-changing landscape where you can make your mark through dedication and passion. At Spot, these characteristics, along with drive and teamwork, form the basis. Take a look and schedule an appointment today with Vision Quest Eye Care. Vision Quest has 2 locations to serve you and your family in Greenwood and Geist. Visit VisionQuestEyeCare.com and schedule today. That's VisionQuestEyeCare.com. This past spring, Roncalli celebrated Roar Survival Safari. We want to once again thank those sponsors that made such a special night possible. Ascension St. Vincent, Marian University, Steve's Flowers and Gifts, Indy Teledata, Harding Portman, Laundry and Tan Connection, O'Reilly Branson Funeral Service and Crematory, Quality Supply and Tool Company, James Babcock Incorporated, Wolf Family Dentistry, Catholic Business Network, Indiana Members Credit Union, Beck Automotive, and the...
As you know, we'll start with the numbers. We'll start first with the Decatur Central Hawks. Leading the way for the Hawks is Malachi Cunningham with 12 points. He's hit all 12 have come from beyond the arc. 4 3-pointers knocked in for him. 8 points for Raekwon Cunningham. 3 points for Anthony Ball. 3 points for Steven Rogers. And 3 points for Casey Berry. The Hawks were shooting at a 31% clip from beyond the arc in that first half. That stat courtesy of our friend Andrew Mason, doing a wonderful job running the stats for us this evening. On the Roncalli side of things, Luke Keger is picking up right where he left off against Triton Central. 4 3-pointers for him, though they all came in the first quarter. 12 points for him on the half to lead all scores. 5 points for Trevor Lauk, all 5 coming in the second quarter. Really a large portion of why Roncalli's up at halftime. 5 points for Nolan Tunney, 3 points for Sean Byrne, and 7 points for Drew Kagaris. Roncalli shot at a 50% clip, I beg your pardon, from beyond the arc. Cross, when you look at where you need Roncalli to adjust, they have the 3-point lead, but what's the biggest difference maker you need in the second half?
Offensively, they need to be stronger with the basketball. They've made a couple passes that were a little sketchy, perhaps. A couple with not enough, a little zip on them. Long bounce passes, and these guys are long and they're quick. Steven Rogers is playing on the perimeter. He's 6'7", he's long. He's got a couple deflections on some passes we've thrown out there. So we need to be safer on our perimeter passing. And Trevor Lauk, when he's in, he's posted up pretty good inside. And I'm kind of partial to getting inside touches. I like to see Trevor see the ball a little bit inside too when he's there for it offensively.
We're going to take our first break. We come back, we'll have more and look ahead to the start of quarter number 3. Again, Roncalli on top of Decatur Central, 32-29 here at the intermission. Back in a moment on the Roncalli Media Network.
Meet Zach. Zach rides everywhere, day and night, rain or shine. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we know Zach. We know he's been saving up for a car. We're here to help Zach and you. Now get pre-approved for auto financing as low as 3.99% APR. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters. Rates subject to credit approval and valid on purchase of 2020 or newer vehicles. Learn more at imcu.com.
Hi folks, it's Ben Stallings with Beck Service Center. Automotive breakdowns and routine maintenance never come at a good time. Let us help take the stress out of your automotive repairs. With 10 mechanics and 32 bays, we can get you back up and running with minimal downtime. Quality parts, experienced mechanics, locally owned and operated since 1977. Located at the southeast corner of Madison and Edgewood, we are pretty darn good at fixing cars. Let's go Royals.
Sports fans, it's Mark Maloney with JC Bank. Whether tailgating or listening to the game at home, JC Bank invites you to BYOB. Be your own branch. Got a laptop with Wi-Fi or a smartphone? Well, BYOB 24/7 with JC Bank's online and mobile banking options. Hey, you can even apply for a mortgage online with JC Bank. And remember, we're happy to serve you at one of our local JC Bank offices too. And we'll be opening soon in Greenwood. Get in the game at jcbank.com/BYOB. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Harding Porman is a full-service printing and brand communications company. From creative services and strategy to print, signage, digital output, warehousing and fulfillment, mailing, e-commerce storefronts, and even mobile solutions. They are dedicating to helping their clients get the most out of their brand communication efforts with the quality they can see and results they can be sure of. Get the most out of your brand communications. Certified to be the best, Harding Porman.
Providing comfort for families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk Veldoff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk and Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Roncalli High School alongside the legend, Coach Pat Crosley. Always happy to have him along for the ride. I'm Jimmy Cook. Roncalli leads in the home opener over to the Decatur Central Hawks, 32-29. Well, we have a moment. I want to remind you that our next Roncalli Media Network broadcast will be next week against Perry Meridian on December the 13th. That's a 7:30 start time. 7:10, 7:15 pregame or so on the boys' side of the ledger. And then for the girls on December 16th, 3 days later, we'll be at Brebeuf as the Royals get set to battle the Braves in conference tournament play. Royals already 1-0 in that regard on the girls' side, seeking yet another Circle City Conference title. Had the 1:40 to 7:30 start time. 7:10 pregame show.
I'll tell you what, the Royals girls team is exciting. You haven't got to see those girls play yet. They get after it. Coach Sims has got them going, and those girls are pretty good basketball players.
And they're a very fun team.
Yes.
And as Cross mentions, they deserve your support as well. Tough loss for them in the county tournament yesterday, but good test for them, particularly for their sectionals, tough as it is. Decatur Central with the basketball to open this third quarter. Burnett controls over to Barry on the right side. Barry drives down the lane, man-to-man look for the Royals. Rebound skying high for it is Drew Kegaris. He clears and lets the traffic dissipate away. Kegaris at the Roncalli R, bounce feed Lauk, high post beyond the arc to Tunney. Tunney post feed, this time a true post, left block to Kegaris. He says clear out. Kegaris to Tunney. Pump fakes a three. Foul line jumper off the mark. Rebound won by Burnett. Good idea.
That's good.
Not able to get it to knock down.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Bounce feed, make that a chest pass, high, far corner to Ball. He gathers it to Cunningham. Cunningham to Burnett, and he'll reset. Burnett crosses up, scoop layup, no. But a shooting foul going to be called against Luke Kegaris. That's his second.
Yeah, he just got driven a little bit there. Didn't have much help on the outside.
Royals outscored the Hawks 22-12 in that opening frame. It got outscored 17-10 in quarter number 2. That's how we've established where we are. One scoring correction, give Casey Berry 6 points. Malachi Cunningham with 9, had him for 12 initially during the scoring totals, just for those of you keeping track at home. First free throw for the sophomore Burnett a 33% free throw shooter on the season, is off the mark. He'll have one more. That one's off the mark as well. Rebound, Drew Kagras. He'll bring it up the floor. A minute gone by here in this third quarter. It's stolen away. Cunningham, outlet pass. He wanted slam time, and he missed the jam. Burnett kicking the corner. Barry three. Left iron too strong. Rebound, Tunney. He was a little bit hesitant for it. It was swapped at by the Hawks. And it'll stay on this end. They'll say it was last off Tunney's fingertips. I don't know, Crosby just thought he was too close to the baseline and didn't want to grab it, but.
Yeah, I was blocked by the official. I couldn't see much from over here.
Inbounded, give and go, Barry three. That one's good. Well, you give him enough opportunities, he'll knock it down. Did so there. We're tied at 32. Royals inbound to Kagras. Luke picked up a dribble in a tough spot. Skip pass to Drew. Far right side now to Tunney on the volleyball line. Hand off to Drew Kagras. Back to Tunney. Mid-range, baseline. Got it. Tunney's first basket since the first quarter. Delay of game called on Roncalli.
Yeah, Trevor took the ball out of the net and just kind of tossed it, I think.
I doubt it'll matter, Cross, but one of my favorite, and as a young basketball mind, one of my favorite moves of the Coach Wantz era was pocketing that as a last-second timeout in case you needed it.
Yep.
Can't use that now.
Used it quite often to good results.
On a drive by Burnett, it's off the mark. Rebound one and taken by Trevor Lauk. Royals 34, Hawks 32. Tunney on the left wing. Hands off to Kagras right at the top of the arc. Now on the Ascension St. Vincent logo is Byrne. Byrne to Tunney. Had his pocket picked, but able to gather it back with Rogers defensively, and he hand checks him. That's Rogers' third, I believe.
It is. Yeah, they're definitely getting up into the ball a little bit, and we got to be stronger with it. Catching, passing, and handling it.
Luke Kagras will inbound right in front of the Roncalli bench. Sideline left. Looking to get it in, finds Drew. Matched up with Barry. Gives it to Luke at the Roncalli R. It's poked at by Burnett. Pretty physical. Coach Warnke not happy with it. Once again, he's all over him. Feed to Lauk, and this time they'll get a hand check on ball.
There's an arm bar for that whole time, I think.
Coach Warnke tried his best to diagram it out to the official. Point still not getting hammered home.
No.
As that foul wasn't called when Kagras had the ball. It was when Lauk had it at the top of the arc. Kagras inbounds opposite sideline, right side into Drew. Drew, a little jab step, now bounce pass to Luke. Luke once again goes around contact, knifes down the lane, sent back, but body contact is the call, and it'll be two shots for Kagras. That's on Anthony Ball. I believe that's his first.
That's his second. Two quick ones.
You're right, he just had the one on Lauk. Yep.
Oh, they called it on Burnett.
Well, it dodges a bullet for Ball's case. It'll be Tyrese's first. It'll send Kagras to the line, looking for his first point since the first quarter, and he gets it there.
Yeah, that was a nice drive by him. Hasn't able to get a shot off lately because he's either been pressured or all kinds of reasons. He just decided he's going to take it to the cup, get two shots.
Gets them both. 36-32. Roncalli by 4, 5:18 to play in this third quarter. Burnett, handoff Barry. Barry top of the arc, crosses over, step back three. That's a brick. Rebound won by Roncalli, just barely. Kagras saves at the Tunney. Tunney with the right hand. Switches to the left at the top of the arc. No look pass into Lauk. It gets to Kagras instead. Lauk tried to fight for the rebound. He couldn't gather it. It is a mosh pit for this loose ball, and it's gathered for Burnett. Burnett, look ahead pass to Ball. Baseline, driving, offensive foul. Yep. Sliding in to take the charge. Drew Kagras, making Luke Kagras rather. And that is now Ball's second.
It is. It is. That was a great play.
Judd Selke went to check in and made the underclassman mistake of just not checking in at the scorer's table.
This is not hockey, son.
Every coach in the stands and everyone on the bench irate
Check in.
Tunney receives the inbound. Up ahead to Kegaris, right wing. Works the crossover. Now picked up his dribble. Tough spot. Finds Tunney. Tunney at the volleyball line. Matched up with Lawson. Drew Kegaris back to Tunney. They play hot potato with it. Around to the left side now. Selke drifts to the left wing. Fakes the handoff. Now gives it to Kegaris. Matched up with Burnett. Kegaris to Tunney. Approaching the halfway point of this third quarter. Tunney to Drew Kegaris. Kicks to Selke. Selke back to Drew. Left wing. Drifts over to Byrne. Right wing. Byrne, skip pass. Kegaris settles up, now pulls up, volleyball line. Luke left it short. Royals got a little bit impatient there.
Yeah.
Deep shot, won't fall. Hawks bring it up the floor. Barry, left side into ball. Kegaris ran it the whole way, but could not corral it before it rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that was good anticipation by Luke there, seeing that ball coming and go get it. Too bad he couldn't just snatch it with two hands.
Hawks will inbound. Baseline left. 3:50 to play in this third quarter. Burnett gets the ball. Kegaris swats at it, and a hand check's going to go against Selke. That's where it should go anyway. Let's see if it does go there, though. No, it will not. Go on Drew Kegaris. I say it should have because it looked like Selke was the one that ended up making the contact, even though Kegaris was there first. Either way, just Drew's first. No-look pass. Corner. Barry, three. Too strong. Rebound Selke. Bodies on the deck. A tumble barrel roll for Byrne to get back up on his feet. Kegaris through some traffic. He lost it. Kegaris dives on it. Forces the jump ball tie-up. Arrow favors Roncalli. Great effort there by Luke.
That's good hustle. I love when the ball's on the ground and guys get after it like that. Two Royals on the floor.
Well, particularly after getting your pocket pick, Luke didn't stop, feel sorry for himself, went right there, active hands to force that jump ball tie-up.
Yep. I like it.
Just 2 field goals for either team so far in this quarter. Kegaris, right elbow, nearly had his pocket picked, able to gather the basketball, finds Tunney, 1 dribble, pull up, 3, money! Nolan Tunney with 5 in the quarter, 10 for the game, lead is 7, 39-32.
Yeah, I don't think Jed Selke knew who he was guarding coming down here. He looked a little low.
Cunningham, jab step, 3, and air ball, rebound Kegaris. Tunney sees the floor, right side. Thought about pulling for a second, now gives to Luke Kegaris at the volleyball line. Once again, he thought he had his pocket picked, or he thought he had his wrist slapped. Instead, Burnett picks his pocket. Drive up the other way. Great defense, Kegaris. Drew gets the rebound. Hawks back defensively. Drew puts it on the deck. Baseline, it's cut off. Gives to Byrne, and that might be over and back. He tried to save it, but could not.
I don't know if he stepped on the line or not. I couldn't tell. Oh, well.
Too much body traffic in front of us. I couldn't see either.
Yeah, the official was right there, so I guess I'll give him benefit of the doubt this time.
I concur. 2:43 to go in this third quarter. Roncalli 39, Decatur Central 32 with the basketball of the Hawks. Burnett got separation, step back 3. His first points of the evening. Only averages 3 a game. Got it there. 4-point game. Royals trying to break this pressure. They find Drew Kegaris, right corner, 3, in and out. Halfway down and then rolled off on him. Burnett the rebound, trying to get past Selke. Finds Lawson, Euro step to the rim, offensive foul. Second one the Royals have taken tonight. And it's the second time Luke Kegaris has been the recipient of that charge.
You bet. That was just a heck of a heads-up play. He saw it coming and just sat there and took it. And turnover gives us the ball. Chance to extend this lead.
Decatur Central faithful not happy about it, but it was the right call.
Oh, easy.
Tunney receives the inbound. He's trapped in the coffin corner and not liking where that was going. Rightfully so. Coach Warnke used the timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 2:07 to play in this third quarter. Roncalli 39, Decatur Central 35. Back in 40 seconds on the Roncalli Media Network.
Never lose your drive to deliver. Today's logistics marketplace is an ever-changing landscape where you can make your mark through dedication and passion. At Spot, these characteristics, along with drive and teamwork, form the basis for a rewarding, fast-paced career. Take it from our Roncalli co-founder and our dynamic group of Royals alumni. They've never lost the entrepreneurial spirit that provides the foundation for our continued success. There's never been a time like this, and there has never been a partner like Spot. We're relentless. We are experts. We are accomplished, and like you, we will never lose our drive to deliver. Come find your spot at spotinc.com/careers. Go Royals.
To play in this third quarter from the Vinny. Alongside the coach, Pat Crosley, I'm Jimmy Cook. Roncalli on top of Decatur Central, 39-35. Coach Warnke used a full timeout there as Roncalli was having trouble getting it up the floor. My least favorite spot to inbound would be the far corner, and that is where they're going to have to inbound right now, go the length of the floor.
Yes, it's
because they inbounded the ball first before the timeout happened. Byrne cannot run the floor. Byrne in the far corner, trying to get it in, has to get it in, finds Drew Kagaris. And they bring it up ahead. Luke crosses the timeline. Against this trap, as Cross pointed out there, to Tunney. They swing it. Byrne, bounce feed. Drew Kagaris was open, didn't want to take it, instead gives to Luke. Extra pass, Selke right side. He'll drive down the lane, he'll float it up there and be fouled.
I think when Drew caught that ball down there that low, he had no idea he was that open. Yeah. And he didn't expect to.
Had his back to the basket.
Yeah, he didn't expect a clear path.
By the time he realized that he was swarmed, probably made the right call passing it out at that point. Selke at the line for 2 free ones. In and out. The sophomore has been very valuable for the Royals. Great minutes across the board, particularly on the defensive end. And just as another asset distributing the basketball around for Roncalli. Second free throw is good for him. Burnett brings it up ahead. Roncalli lead is 5, 40-35, just outside of 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Left wing Cunningham. Skip past Burnett, matched out with Tunney. They feed the ball, right block. He spins, he turns, he hangs, he scores.
Yeah, that was well drawn up play by the Hawks there.
40-37.
That's how you beat the 3-2 zone.
Kagaris, risky pass in traffic, turned over by Byrne, and the frustration foul to boot. The only good news, if you're looking for one, not a lot of good news on that play, just the third team foul by the Royals.
Yeah, first on Sean. Yeah, that pass is good. A chest pass across a press like that's not going to work too often, especially that as active as the Hawks have been tonight.
Cunningham to inbound, right in front of his own bench. Sideline right, looking for movement. Has to get it in. Count is rising, and he does just get it in to Pharrell Carter. Carter on the Roncalli R with the left hand. Royals went under a screen defensively, leads to a pass to Cunningham for 3. That's too strong off the right side of the iron. Rebound Luke Kagaris. Kagaris sees the floor. Picked up his dribble in a tough spot, though, right in front of the timeline. Risky bounce pass gets to Drew. Pulls up, elbow. It's affected by ball. Went right to Lauk. He tried to absorb contact. They didn't give him the whistle. Loose ball up for grabs, though. Diving in is Selke. So much is wrong with that play. Lauk was upset with the official. And I understand his case because he's trying to get contact cross, but the officials know how big he is.
Yeah.
That
he takes contact and doesn't show that he's taking contact. And that's been the downfall of most guys that are his size. You get a guy that's 100 pounds less than him bouncing on him, he doesn't move very much.
But while that was going on, the loose ball was up for grabs. Decatur Central nearly turned it over, and by the time Lauk realized what was happening, Selke dove in and forced it out of bounds. Left wing 3 on this side of the floor by Decatur Central is off the mark. Rebound Roncalli. They hold a 3-point lead, 40-37. 30 seconds to play in this third quarter. Coach Warnke shouts out the play. Drew Kagaris on the Ascension St. Vincent logo, far right side of the floor. To Selke at the volleyball line. Goes between the legs, now strays to the right side of the floor. Spins out of traffic, and a timeout taken by Coach Warnke with 18 seconds to go in this third quarter. We will stay here with 18.2 to play in the quarter. Roncalli on top by 3. Defense really getting to Roncalli on that possession. Not a bad idea to try to get a good set. Finish with some points at the end of the quarter.
As much as they're overplaying our guys, I like to see us look for a little backdoor cut, maybe even a back screen or just a backdoor cut. and penalize them for overplaying as much as they are. Because they are up in the passing lane, they are anticipating passes. That's how they're able to get so many deflections and a couple turnovers that way. So let's take advantage of that and exploit it.
You surprised at all how there haven't been ugly shots, but how much the scoring has dropped since that opening frame?
Yeah, I think the defense has picked up on both ends a little bit, and both teams have hurried some shots, but I haven't seen too many shots inside. Trevor's had a couple looks inside. He got bumped once. But I feel confident that as the season goes on, Trevor's going to start making those.
We don't owe you extra money if we don't hit the post-feed quota, do we? So I just want to make sure, because I had to make some calls.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Kegris receives the inbound pass on the sideline with 15. He went in the backcourt to get it. He's got to cross the timeline. He does with 10. In a world of trouble. Skip past Drew Kegris. Right corner. And he's bumped and fouled. Right in the whole way was Pharrell Carter. The official finally blows the whistle. And good news for the Royals, that's the 7th team foul on the Hawks, so the bonus is in effect. 1-on-1 opportunity for Drew Kegris.
Yeah, that's going to be clutch. Is if they keep overplaying and we can be strong with basketball, they're going to smack us. They're going to push on us, and then we're going to be doing that.
First free throw, good for Drew.
And we can live at the line. It's the third quarter. We're in the bonus. Let's go.
One more for Drew. That one good as well. 42-37 Roncalli. Final 8 seconds. Inbound to Carter. Skip up ahead. Rogers hesitates. Feed in the left elbow. Diving in is Cunningham. Shot up at the horn. Will not drop. Roncalli holds defensively. And they'll head into the final frame with a 5-point advantage. Roncalli 42. Decatur Central 37. The Royals hoping to improve to 3-0 and start the home opener, the home season at Roncalli with a victory. Back for that final quarter when we come back on the Roncalli Media Network.
Mark Maloney with JC Bank. Whether tailgating or listening, sports fans, it's Mark Maloney with JC Bank. Whether tailgating or listening to the game at home, JC Bank invites you to BYOB. Be your own branch. Got a laptop with Wi-Fi or a smartphone? Well, BYOB 24/7 with JC Bank's online and mobile banking options. Hey, you can even apply for a mortgage online with JC Bank. And remember, we're happy to serve you at one of our local JC Bank offices too. And we'll be opening soon in Greenwood. Get in the game at jcbank.com/BYOB. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Welcome back to Roncalli High School. Decatur Central with the basketball to open this third quarter. Foul away from the basketball against Trevor Lauk.
Trevor's going to move his feet in that cross screen or that flash the bucket in front of the ball.
It's his third. Royals outscored Decatur Central 10-8 in that third quarter. Offensive foul. Lauk draws it. Ball went to drive. He's not happy with the call, but Cross, 9 times out of 10, you're driving, regardless of the size matchup, you extend that arm for separation, you're going to get it called on you.
And Trevor's moving his feet very well. He's backpedaling a little bit and staying in front of his man, and that's a recipe for drawing a charge.
42-37, Roncalli by 5. Down the lane. Long floater up and off the mark for Selke. Tip back won't go. Rebound Ball. Ball down the right sideline. Lost it. Selke tried to crawl for it but couldn't get there. It rolled too quick on him, and Carter controls for Decatur Central. Malachi Cunningham begging for the basketball on a quick trigger. Instead, rising is Berry for 3. Hits the side of the iron. Tip up, rebound, no. Ball second chance gathers. Too strong. Royals tap it away from themselves. Rebound taken by the Hawks. Rogers to Berry. Skip pass. Cunningham, he'd been calling for it. Drives the lane. That's cut off. Lost it off his leg. Out of bounds, Roncalli basketball.
Wow. There's a lot happening in that possession. We just go up and get a rebound, fellas. Let's not tip it around. Just go up and get it.
Cross, a novel concept. Roncalli coaching staff, 2 hands.
Yeah.
2 hands for that ball.
Just go up and get a ball, fellas.
Inbound to Tunney into the coffin corner. Gets it up ahead to Kegris. He's got Byrne all alone on the right side. Finds Byrne. Hawks now back defensively. Tunney to Kegris at the volleyball line. Left side of the floor. Now drifts to the left wing. To hand off to his brother Drew. Thought he got hit in the jaw. Tried to sell some contact there. Official didn't buy it. Byrne right wing. Knifes to the defense. Into the paint. Gives to Lauk. Lauk spins.
Yeah.
Sliding in to take the charge is Pharrell Carter.
Yeah, Trevor just kind of spun and he was done.
Now it's my turn to be the old man. I groaned because of the flop by Carter.
He got hit pretty
but you're
good.
right. He did get a good clean. Just looked like it was salvaged a little bit.
He got shot out of a cannon, but he also got hit by a cannonball.
It's a good point. Stevens down the lane for the Hawks off the left block. Rebound taken by Tunney. Looks up ahead. Tunney right in the paint.
No call.
Body contact, they say play on. 3-on-2 Hawks. Barry up the way at Lauk. Laid it up and in. It's a 3-point game. Barry now with 11.
Trevor's got to know he's got 4 and let that go.
It's a great point with that offensive foul. I don't know if the coaching staff knows it. Byrne in the far corner and a track meet defensively all of a sudden by the Hawks. That's got to be a foul. Rogers got into aggressive with Kegaris, and that's Rogers' 4th.
Yep.
Green coming in, I would assume, for Lauk, and indeed that is the case. Well, there's only a 3-game sample size, but Roncalli has not been afraid to go smaller. Of course, they're forced to right now with Lauk in foul trouble, but they're confident in the guard play they have to play small whenever the situation arises.
Especially if they're in that 3-2 zone, they can go a little smaller. You want to be a little bit smaller on the bottom of that zone.
Drew Kegaris to the line with 9 points. Make that 11 points. Off the mark. Rebound gathered and won by Burnett. Burnett gives to Cunningham. Long 3 in the air. Won't go. Rebound won initially by Roncalli, but then Decatur Central rips it away. Baseline pass in the corner to Burnett. He nearly lost that. Skip pass left corner. Rogers for 3. That's good. And we're tied at 42. In the world of trouble is Tunney. Tunney on that far right side. Skip pass to Kegaris. Kegaris up ahead. Finds Rogers. Make that Green, rather. Over to Byrne. Hot potato with it. Kegaris 3. Answers. Luke Kegaris, his first 3-pointer since the first quarter. He's got 17. 45-42. Burnett in between the circles. Matches up with Kegaris. Handoff, Barry, foul line, short, rebound, Drew Kegaris. Nearly halfway gone in this final quarter. Roncalli by 3, 45-42. Luke Kegaris at the volleyball line, gives to Nolan Tunney, matched up with Asen Stevens. Works the right hand, now drifts towards the top of the arc, puts it on the deck, body contact, absorbs it, no call, they say play on.
My gosh.
Rebound, Burnett. Burnett full head of steam the other way. Kick pass, Rogers, 3 for the tie, well short, and a loose ball foul is going to happen on Byrne.
Yeah.
He extended the forearm to get space right in front of the official.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of contact down this end, but Sean definitely, forearm with the back. That's not going to fly. You like the effort to get a rebound, but you got to know your limits.
And the worst part about it, Cross, I don't know that he needed to do it.
No.
Roncalli was likely going to have that rebound in hand anyway. Burnett to trigger. Baseline left underneath the Roncalli hoop. Fakes. Gives to Stevens. Stevens now back to Burnett in the corner. Heads towards the Roncalli R where Cunningham stands. Back to Burnett. Burnett a lob in deep. Pinning. Turning. Tough shot, won't fall. Second chance rebound, no.
My gosh.
Rebound finally won by Roncalli, but they turn it over. Out of bounds to Kegaris. Well, there is a hubbub amongst the trees down low. A lot of contact. Officials not calling on either end. A full timeout. We will take one as well. 4:12 to play Don't go anywhere. While you're at it, tell some friends as well. We got a 3-point ball game. Roncalli leads 45-42. Back in 30 seconds on the Roncalli Media Network.
Meet Zach. Zach rides everywhere, day and night, rain or shine. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we know Zach. We know he's been saving up for a car. We're here to help Zach and you. Now get pre-approved for auto financing as low as 3.99% APR. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters. Rates subject to credit approval and valid on purchase of 2020 or newer vehicles. Learn more at imcu.com.
Welcome back. Alongside the coach, Pat Crosley, I'm Jimmy Cook, 45-42 your score. Royals lead by 3. Out of the timeout. Decatur Central to inbound. Sideline right. They successfully get it into Burnett. Burnett, right side. Hot potato passes. Rogers the layup, and the Roncalli coaching staff not happy with how that defense came out of the timeout.
Yeah, they had a miscommunication of what defense we were in.
Drew Kegaris crosses the timeline, hands to Tunney. Tunney at the Roncalli R. Works to the left hand. Now tried to hand to Green. They nearly turn it over. It's a full timeout. We will take our last as well. 3:44 to play in this final quarter. Roncalli 45, Decatur Central 44. Back in a moment on the Roncalli Media Network.
Steve's Flowers and Gifts is your family-owned Indianapolis and Greenwood florist. Our mission is to establish and maintain the highest level of floral value and customer service at comfortable consumer prices. For the best and freshest flowers in Indianapolis and surrounding areas, Steve's Flowers and Gifts has exactly what you're looking for. Check out our wide selection of flower arrangements to make your next occasion memorable. Call 317-787-3431 or visit us at 3150 East Thompson Road.
3:44 to play in regulation. Roncalli in their home opener, leading Decatur Central 45-44. Out of the Roncalli timeout, they have 1 remaining. Decatur Central with 2 timeouts left. The Royals will inbound. Sideline left in front of their bench. Tunney to trigger. Looking, throwing the backcourt to Luke Kegaris. Matched up with Burnett, now gives back to Tunney. On the far right wing, Tunney crosses over, working, in trouble. Finds Green. Green with a crossover was on at the top of the arc. Trevor Laux had to check back in just a moment with those 4 fouls. Tunney got free on a screen, drives baseline, trapped in the corner, smothered defensively, finds a cutting Green on a beautiful bounce pass, and he puts it in.
Yeah, that's just heads-up play by Luke Green. I'm going to go to the bucket, maybe I'll get something lucky.
Did not give up on the play. Great play by the sophomore. Burnett, right side, works to the left hand, kicks to Cunningham on the left wing. They give it back to Cunningham. He's got a hot hand. He's not afraid to shoot it. Burnett into ball. They try to go inside out. It's deflected away by Green. Luke Kegaris has it. Up the floor. Pressured late to Tunney. Right side. Kick corner. Drew Kegaris thought he was fouled. They'll move it up ahead the other way. Barry, 1-on-2, right at the defense. Blocking foul is called. Luke Kegaris looking for his 3rd drawn charge of the game. I thought he was there first, Cross, but again, I'd be lying if I didn't say it's tough from our vantage point.
Yeah, it is. And it's a bang-bang deal, and Luke hustled, and by golly, he hustled and did everything he could to get that call, but just didn't work out.
It's the 3rd foul on Kegaris, 7th on the Royals. At the foul line, Barry, he has 11, now 12, with 3 points here in the quarter. 47-45, Royals by 2.
They're going to press here. If he makes this, we need to be ready.
Free throw off the mark. Rebound Kegaris. Kegaris knifes through traffic. Lob pass to Drew Kegaris. Now Tunney at the top. All alone. Three is in the air. Hits through the bottom of the net. Nolan Tunney with 13. Lead is 5. 50-45 with 2:30 to play. Burnett, left side Barry to answer on a 3 and 1. The Cardinals sit of hoops, Coach.
Yeah. Well, you want to challenge that, but you don't want to give a foul, obviously.
Barry unofficially with 15. Can't make the free throw though. 50-48. It's stolen away though by Barry. Flip ahead to Rogers. We're tied at 50. Kegaris looked away for a second. And we're deadlocked at 50 with 2:10 to play.
Yeah, Casey just took it from him.
Full court pressure applied. They get it into Tunney. Tunney running the baseline.
Oh, they'll pick it up there.
Matched up in trouble, and he's fouled right in front of the official. You're right, Cross. It's a terrible spot to pick it up, but Cunningham just a too long arm of the law there.
Yeah, with 2-shot foul too.
Good point. Double bonus activated. It's a 5-0 run. And a 5-0 personal run at that for KC Barry. But Roncalli can end that run here at the charity stripe. Nolan Tunney with 13 points can break our tie with 2:05 to go. First one off the mark.
Let's give us one, Nolan. We'll guard somebody, get it back.
One more upcoming for Tunney. Takes 3 dribbles, sets, fires, got that one. 14 points for Tunney, 51-50. 2 minutes to play in this ball game. Burnett walks it up the floor. On the far right side, right in front of the Roncalli logo, just in front of half court. Cunningham, left wing, fakes a pass. Now to Barry, jab step, 3, off the mark. Rebound tapped at, right to Burnett. He jab steps and then resets. Just outside of 90 seconds to go. Royal defense looking for a stop. Burnett around a screen. Strays to the left side. Now around another screen. Nearly traveled. Official missed it. Backdoor cut. Rogers. And the Hawks have their first lead of the game. 52-51. A minute 25 to go. Full court pressure once again applied. They got to get it in. They do to Kegaris. Kegaris up ahead. Deflected past Tunney. Tunney, lob past Kegaris. It was deflected. Oh, I didn't think he touched it. He absolutely did not touch it. A lob pass to Kegaris. The officials, I don't know, are they in a conference or what's the conversation here?
There's some fans on the front row there of the bleachers who have been jumping up and down and getting on the floor, and the official told Pat Hartnett, the police officer here, to tell him to calm down.
I had a clear as day look at that. Kegaris jumped up in the air but took his hand down when he saw it was deflected by Rogers. The officials instead call it off on Roncalli and Decatur Central in the driver's seat with a minute 10 to go. In need of a desperate stop. Right side Cunningham on the right wing. Now Burnett, lob inside the ball. Inside out to Cunningham, 3 in the air. Through the bottom of the net. 4-point lead. Under a minute to go. Roncalli's got to hurry. Byrne gathers it. They got to get it in. Unable to get it in. Find Kegaris. Kegaris up the floor. Navigates traffic. Matched up. Pit of a dribble in a tough spot. Finds Drew. 44 seconds to play. And a timeout taken by Roncalli. That's their last. The Hawks have stormed all the way back. And they hold a 4-point lead with 42 seconds to play in this ball game.
And there's been a whole lot of chaos, it seems like, and I think that our guys are handling the pressure, but they need to be ready for more of it after this. When they're going to be, Decatur Central's going to be up into the ball, I'll tell you that.
Well, the Royals have just used their last timeout. They have none to operate with the rest of the way, and just for the sake of it, Cross, I didn't think it would be a relevant point, but I joked with you about it when it happened. Trevor Lauk has already used their delay of game, so if they're trying to buy an extra timeout late here, they don't have that option.
That's a fact. So we're just going to have to play without it and just do the best they can to get a good look here, get a bucket. Then we're going to press, and then we're going to have to get a stop.
Don't need to chip all the way at a 3. Still plenty of time on this ball.
For sure. Just get a bucket here and then get a stop, then get a chance for another bucket. It's a 4-point game. It's 2 possessions either way. Who knows, maybe they'll foul us.
It is a 10-1 run over the last 2 minutes by Decatur Central. Roncalli, as Coach Cross mentioned, just in need of a basket to give themselves an opportunity here. Down by 4, 55-51, Tunney to trigger, sideline right. They don't have a timeout, so they have to get it in. Into the backcourt, Kagaris matched up with Burnett. They gotta get it across the timeline, they do. Burnett playing physical, matched up to Tunney. Tunney with Rogers with 35. Royals gotta hurry and get a bucket soon. Burn to Lauk at the top. Lauk backdoor cut, pass inside, layup, no good. They say play on, and Lauk commits the foul, and that may well do it. Kagaris got a look inside, tried to lay it up. Some contact was there. They say play on, and now with that foul, it's the 5th on Trevor Lauk. He's fouled out of the ball game, and a 1-and-1 opportunity for Anthony Ball to potentially put this one in the cooler.
Yeah, Luke got a good look down there. He may have gotten bumped, may not have gotten bumped, but he went up and he used the other side of the rim to try and get himself some protection, and didn't quite work out for him.
Ball at the line, 24 seconds to go. Royals are out of timeouts. Hawks lead 55-51. Ball a 1-and-1. Nothing but nylon. 6 points for Ball. Lead is 5, 56-51, 24 seconds to play in the ball game. Ball off the mark on that one. Rebound Tunney. Royals got to go. Tunney up the floor, mashed up with Ball, finds Kagaris, around a screen, stops, pops, left it short, air ball, rebound Cunningham, and the Royals can choose the foul if they wish, they do. Kagaris commits the foul on Rogers, and the Hawks faithful in attendance can feel it now. They're going to steal one from the Royals in the home opener.
Yeah, I think it's too early for a post-mortem, but it's just like the Royals got worn down a little bit throughout the game. All the pressure starting in the second half, pressure's kind of worn them down a little bit.
Rogers free throws off the mark. Crazier things have happened, but again, you need a miracle if you're Roncalli with just 11 seconds to go, down 5. Rogers, it would be a 2-possession game either way. Free throw off the mark. Rebound Tunney with 10. Across the timeline with 9. Tunney stops, pops, 3 in the air. Can't bank it home. Rebound up by Decatur Central. They'll push it ahead. Ball and exclamation point slam to put the icing on the cake for Decatur Central. That basket will count. 58-51. The final by Decatur Central. They outscore the Royals 13-1 over the game's final 2.5 minutes to give the Royals their first loss of the season and improve to 3-2 on this young campaign. A lot to unpack on the Indy Teledata postgame show. We'll have full thoughts, a conversation with Royals head coach David Warnke, and more after this. Again, your final. Decatur Central 58, Roncalli 51. Indy Teledata postgame show is up next on the Roncalli Media Network.
A proud supporter of Roncalli High School, Indy Teledata provides IT solutions for businesses and organizations in central Indiana. For over 10 years, Steve Battiato and his team of professionals have provided comprehensive computing support, business telephone solutions, network infrastructure, and productivity suite integration. For a free evaluation of your technology needs, give Steve and his team a call at 317-231-5547 or visit us at indyteledata.com. Providing comfort for families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk Veloff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk and Veloff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
When looking for reliable HVAC professionals, look no further than Ane & Bartram Heating and Cooling. Whether you need a routine maintenance check or an emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit, Ane & Bartram are available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Ane & Bartram strive to be the best, so call them today at 317-889-9574. They even have 24/7 emergency service. Call them today, Ane & Bartram, 317-889-9574.
Sports fans, it's Mark Maloney with JC Bank. Whether tailgating or listening to the game at home, JC Bank invites you to BYOB. Be your own branch. Got a laptop with Wi-Fi or a smartphone? Well, BYOB 24/7 with JC Bank's online and mobile banking options. Hey, you can even apply for a mortgage online with JC Bank. And remember, we're happy to serve you at one of our local JC Bank offices too. And we'll be opening soon in Greenwood. Get in the game at jcbank.com/BYOB. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Roncalli High School. The Royals on the losing end for the first time this season. A come-from-behind victory for Decatur Central, 58-51, to hand the Royals, as we mentioned, their first loss of the season and improved to 3-2 on the campaign. The Indy Teledata postgame show starts now alongside the coach Pat Crosley. I am Jimmy Cook. Coach, you and I were looking at the box score in the break, and the one thing that jumps out at you and is always going to jump out at a coaching staff, it's one thing to only have 9 points in a quarter, but to give up 21 in the final frame, more often than not, unless you're up 30 prior to that, means you did not have a good night.
No, it seemed as at the end here, the fourth quarter for sure, they were making all their shots. They had open looks. They had a couple offensive rebound putbacks, and those are the kind of things that at the end of the game we just can't have. It's a good learning experience for the guys early in the season, and that's a sectional opponent,
right?
And they're a quality team, and so it's a little bit of wake-up calls, and some things they're going to work on. I know Coach Working and the coaches are going to watch film, learn from this, and come back and be ready to go to get Perry next week. Because Perry's not going to lay down either. They're going to be a good squad, and they're going to be ready to go. They're always ready to go.
Well, when we look at the makeup of scheduling, and I understand with high school, much like college, some of these matchups are set in stone years in advance as you're preparing these schedules, but in general, you want to be battle-tested, as you mentioned, by the time the sectional arrives. You want to have tough competitions like that. If you're looking at the academic side of it, as you, the teacher in your own right, it's like you failed or did bad on the quiz to prepare you to learn from it for when the test comes around for sectional play.
Right, and you know, these guys are going to learn from this, like I said, and coaches are going to have their heads down. They'll dwell on this for tonight, and then they'll come back tomorrow for practice, shoot around, walk through some stuff, and lick their wounds and get ready to come back and beat the tar out of the Falcons next week.
We're going to ask Coach this if he does join us, but from your mindset, was the biggest difference for the ineffectiveness of Roncalli's offense in the second half, like we talked about off air, just getting more? And there he is. We'll hold that thought for a second. Never mind.
You can ask him.
Ask him. There you go. Joining us now on the Indy Teledata postgame show is Royals head coach Jamin Warnke. Coach, obviously not the result that you wanted tonight, but in general, you have the schedule as tough as it is to be able to learn from this. Give up 21 points in the fourth quarter, never a recipe for success. A lot to unpack. What's your initial reaction, just what you want this group to learn from when you look at the film tomorrow?
Initial message that we just gave in the locker room is we will be better for this game, okay? I also said losing really stinks. Losing stinks. We have a bunch of disappointed guys in the locker room. That's actually a good thing. We don't always have that. Okay, we have a bunch of disappointed guys in the locker room right now, and our message is positive. The effort was there, but this intense atmosphere, the pressure defense that we faced all night, I mean, they did call, but we were in the double bonus, but I feel like they only called half the fouls. Yeah, there was a lot going on there, and we will be better for this game.
Decatur Central closes on a 13-1 run. Was the lack of offensive firepower down the stretch, like you just mentioned, just a end result to them wearing you down all night with that full court pressure, or was it just a matter of the way it unfolded with the looks you were presented with?
We have plenty to work on offensively. We keep talking about we have good shooters, we have good offensive players. We have been telling them all year we need to pass. The ball sticks a little bit, not because they're selfish, but just because they're good offensive players. They'll be even better if the ball moves from side to side, get the defense moving, then we can play at a closeout. Tonight, when they were pressuring us, we went to the dribble, and that's not how we're going to have success.
On the defensive side of things, what changes did you notice on the fly from how Decatur Central attacked you guys in that fourth quarter?
Well, the whole game, they had dudes make shots that hadn't made shots before tonight, and that's how it goes sometimes. But our game plan was to take away Barry and Ball, and at halftime, each of them had 3 points. And they had number 11 hit 3 threes, and number 2 had a few threes, and some of that's, it's on us, that's on me, that's on the coaches, and good for them for making the shots. So tonight, they had guys, that's what it comes down to. Coach Waltman said that a long time ago. We talk about this and that and the other, and all it comes down to every night is making shots, and they had guys make shots tonight, and we came up on the losing end.
Yeah, it's fun to watch the intensity of the guys out there, and I like the energy and the energy of the coaching staff and everything. It's contagious, and I know that you guys are going to lick your wounds tonight. You're going to come back tomorrow ready to go, get some walk through, do some shots, hit some shots up, and be ready to go for Perry.
Yep. We haven't done film yet this year. The games have been coming so frequently that I wanted to keep them moving, keep them shooting, so tomorrow will be our first film session, and there's a lot to learn.
Oh, sure, and that's the teaching's good, a little chalkboard, chalk talk.
Coach, thanks again for making time for us as always. We'll talk to you at Perry.
Great, thanks, Jamie. Thanks, guys.
See you.
That's Royals head coach Jamie Warnke. We're going to take our first and only break of the Indy Teledata post-game show. We come back, we'll take a look at final numbers and give final thoughts. After this, again, Roncalli suffers their first loss of the season, 58-51, the final. Decatur Central picks up the victory. Back to wrap things up when we return on the Roncalli Media Network.
While others focus on simply facilitating a transaction, Century 21 agents like Sarah Lux believe in the value of delivering extraordinary experiences by defying mediocrity and always giving you 121%. Find your new home or sell your current home with the best. Contact Sarah Lux at 502-6253 or online at listwithlux.com. That's Sarah Lux at listwithlux.com. Listwithlux.com. Never lose your drive to deliver. Today's logistics marketplace is an ever-changing landscape where you can make your mark through dedication and passion. At Spot, these characteristics, along with drive and teamwork, form the basis for a rewarding, fast-paced career. Take it from our Roncalli co-founder and our dynamic group of Royals alumni. They've never lost the entrepreneurial spirit that provides the foundation for our continued success. There's never been a time like this, and there has never been a partner like Spot. We're relentless, we are experts, we are accomplished, and like you, we will never lose our drive to deliver. Come find your spot at spotinc.com/careers. Go Royals! This past spring, Roncalli celebrated Roar Survival Safari. We want to once again thank those sponsors that made such a special night possible. Ascension St. Vincent, Marian University, Steve's Flowers and Gifts, Indy Teledata, Harding Portman, Laundry and Tan Connection, O'Reilly Branson Funeral Service and Crematory, Quality Supply and Tool Company, James Babcock Incorporated, Wolf Family Dentistry, Catholic Business Network, Indiana Members Credit Union, Beck Automotive, and the Catholic Youth Organization. Thanks to all these great sponsors for contributing to our adventure at Roar Survival Safari.
Meet Zach. Zach rides everywhere, day and night, rain or shine. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we know Zach. We know he's been saving up for a car. We're here to help Zach and you. Now get pre-approved for auto financing as low as 3.99% APR. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters. Rates subject to credit approval and valid on purchase of 2020 or newer vehicles. Learn more at imcu.com.
Welcome back for the final time here on the Indy Teledata postgame show. Alongside the coach Pat Crosley, I am Jimmy Cook. Let's take a look at the final numbers. First for your Royals, Luke Kagaris led the way with 17 points. 14 points for Nolan Tunney. 9 points for Drew Kagaris. 5 for Trevor Lauk. A point for Judd Selke. 3 points for Sean Byrne. And 2 points for Luke Green. The Royals hit in 10 three-pointers unofficially, but 7 of those came in the first half. After that, things kind of got quiet on that front. Give credit to the Decatur Central defense, forcing Roncalli into tough spots and unable to find the three ball as much in half number 2. They were outscored 21-9 in that final frame. On the Decatur Central side of things, to Coach Warnke's point, just 6 points at half for Casey Berry. He finishes with 15. And just 3 points for Stephen Rogers at halftime. He finishes with 13. Anthony Ball, they kept in check for the most part. 3 at the half, 8 finished did he for the game. Raekwon Cunningham with 9. Tyrese Burton with 6. Stephen Rogers with 13 to round out the Decatur Central scoring. The Hawks knocked in 3 triples in the third quarter alone. 12 for the game. And knocked off the Royals 58-51, the final in this one. Cross, like we mentioned, the coach, obviously not the result that Roncalli wanted tonight. A learning experience for sure, a potential sectional rematch should the fates align. Your final takeaways from this one?
I'll tell you, it was a fun game to watch. Just came out on the wrong end of it. I saw some sparks from some underclassmen. Some sophomores played well tonight. Luke Green got in for not very long, but when he was in, he had a deflection, he had a good rebound, he made a bucket. He came in and did his job for the time he had, and he's just a sophomore. So there's a lot of underclassmen that are learning from these upperclassmen, and this is going to hurt for them, but they're going to learn lessons from this and get better. So I'm excited for the future of the Royals. I think there's nothing but good things in the future for them.
Well, coming up next for your Roncalli Royals, they will next be in action on December the 13th. That'll be a matchup against Perry Meridian back here at Roncalli. It'll be Tuesday night, a 7:30 tip time, 7:10, 7:15 pregame. Evan Tremaine will be alongside for that one. And we'll switch over to the girls' side of action on the Roncalli Media Network. Just a couple days later on Friday on the 16th at Brebeuf, Roncalli will have their second Circle City Conference matchup against the Braves, a 7:30 start time there, 7:15 pregame as well. We'll have more broadcasting assignments and announcements there as we get closer to the matchup. But as Cross mentioned, a learning opportunity for Roncalli tonight. Not the result they wanted, but hopefully an opportunity for them to get better. Coach, glad to have you in the booth. Looking forward to having you along for the ride many more times.
Let's hope.
This season.
I do enjoy it. It's much more fun sitting down here than sitting in the stands.
Always love having you. That is the coach, Pat Crosley, the executive directors of the Roncalli Media Network, Therese Carson and Aaron Hummel, video operations director, AJ Ablong, him and his student crew doing a great job of getting us shots all throughout the night. My co-analyst tonight, the great Pat Crosley. I'm Jimmy Cook. Again, our final in this one. Roncalli falls to Decatur Central. The Hawks hand the Royals their first loss of the season, 58-51 the final. And until we talk to you at right here back at the Woodshed against Perry Meridian on Tuesday night, this is Jimmy Cook saying so long, everybody.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights. to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Thinking back to establish that the magic is automatic. Got a magic. Who was that? Living legend. Lethal weapon. Mastermind. Never tried. Big dreams, I got big dreams just like baby. I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. With the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got desires that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth. Where's your worth? I'm thinking you're talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broke. If I give him a second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let him know. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm a head time, the red time. I'm a legend, weapon, the king is back.